Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I am back with you and another report, and it is entitled, What is Wrong with White Teachers? And this is about some of the problems that in performance gap and talking about racism in the school systems. And so it goes, What's wrong with white teachers? Closing the performance gap between the research is overwhelming. Black teachers, on average, are better for Black students, and in some cases, for white students as well. On average, are worse for Black students. Black primary school students who are matched to the same race teacher perform better on standardized tests and face more favorable teacher perceptions, according to the recent findings from the German Economic Research Group Institute of Labor Economics. Some of the same researchers found in separate studies published by Johns Hopkins University that more likely to graduate from high school and considered an education in college and attending college. Is it because Black teachers are better educators? Not necessarily, although research suggests that that may be a part of it. A study at the NYU Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development found that students of color and white students viewed minority teachers more highly than white teachers. So Black teachers are needed all over the country, but we don't have any. There's a deficit. We don't have enough. We have them, but we don't have enough. But one of the key reasons Black students tend to perform better with Black teachers has to do with expectations. Black teachers are more likely to place high achieving Black students in programs for gifted students, and Black teachers suspend and expel students at a lower rate. Singling out recruitment recuses or responsibilities to address the racism that afflicts white teachers and creates conditions that push Black teachers out of the profession at an alarming rate. Trying to convince more Black teachers to enter the profession they're likely to abandon after a couple of years is not even half the solution. There's much at stake for white teachers who represent more than 80% of the profession. Research shows that African American students and white students with the same level of prior achievement make comparable academic progress when they are assigned to teachers of comparable effectiveness. We need the majority of teachers of this country to improve their practice. An effective teacher must be defined as a teacher who is not racist and who acts on high expectations she has for every child, not just one group of kids or two group of kids, and excluding Black kids. The unconscious bias, racial inequities, and stereotypes that contribute to criminalization of Black people, improper medical diagnosis, employment discrimination, also lend themselves to lower expectations of Black students and no tolerance discipline policies in the schools. So we can't put the burden on fixing racist expectations on Black teachers. Black teachers are tired of being typecast as disciplinarians. Okay, so there's stereotypes on Black teachers as well as being the disciplinarian. So the research shows that they are more effective, but expecting them to single-handedly combat racism prevalent in schools is one of the reasons so many leave the profession early. For these reasons, others have rightly recommended changing the conditions that push teachers of color out of the profession. Focusing on Black recruitment insidiously shields white educators from scrutiny and downplays how important it is to provide teachers an anti-racist education before and after they enter the profession. So this transcends school type. Charter schools and regular schools alike are implicated in the problem. However, there's a particular irony in the white reformers who descend upon cities like New Orleans, Newark, Philadelphia, it's close to achieving gaps with an army of young white teachers. So if they don't take seriously the way racism undermines their efforts, they're the ones who need to be disrupted, taken over, and reformed. Black educators have been focused on the problems associated with racism and bias for generations. This has gone on for many generations, but have not had reform systems built around their ideas. A recent offering came from Columbia Teachers College professors Christopher Emden's 2016 book for the white folks who teach in the hood and the rest of y'all. Emden channels the work of University of Wisconsin-Madison professor Gloria Ladson Billings, who in her groundbreaking 1994 book, The Dream Keepers, Successful Teaching for African American Students, coined the term culturally relevant teaching, which Ladson Billings writes, empowers students intellectually, socially, emotionally, and politically by using cultural reference to impart knowledge, skills, and attitudes. So there are many others who train white teachers to be less racist, including Sonia Nieto, professor emerita at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, Travis J. Bristol, assistant professor at Boston University, and Sean Harper, professor at the University of Southern California. But the outpouring of the articles and recruiting of Black teachers has drowned out the scholars who aren't afraid to name racism as the main reason Black students aren't successful as they should be in schools, which I'm one of them, who have been trying to say this to parents and to people to listen. I know this is YouTube and a lot of people don't take it serious and they think it's a bunch of goons and kooks on here, but I'm serious. I'm true and I'm real and I'm serious and I'm telling the truth about everything that I say. And there's a huge problem in our country with the teachers and racism in the schools. And I want to get the message out. And people are not listening. Some are. And I'm going to keep talking about it until it comes out. And I'm going to keep talking about the articles because I care about the kids, because the kids are learning this racism, because they're learning from bad people who are teachers, and they're allowing these people to teach your kids, and they're teaching even Black kids early on that you are going to be discriminated, and that this kid is over you, and this is the way we talk to you, and this is how we treat you. Because and so I'm passionate about this, and I'm going to keep talking about it, even if people don't like it. If you don't like it, too bad, because you're probably part of the problem. This is wrong to do this to kids and to teach them to be hateful and to hurt each other simply because of the color of their skin. That is what I'm trying to get the point across. So it goes on to say that, but the outpouring of the articles on recruiting Black teachers has drowned out, which would be me, scholars who aren't afraid to name racism as the main reason Black students aren't as successful as they should be in schools. And so make no mistake, all students benefit from having Black teachers. Black children have the additional benefit of seeing themselves represented in positions of leadership. And that is important. To see yourself in a leadership role and not see yourself in a leadership role means a lot. And if you see always white people in leadership roles and you never see any Black people in any type of leadership role, and it's always looked at as you're an underdog, or you're getting less pay, or you're that little Black lady in the corner who nobody sees, but you have a lot of education, but you never get any credit for anything that you've done. This is what Black kids are seeing. And you're always blasted anytime you make a correction or you tell somebody something that you call them out on that is wrong. But it's looked at as you're wrong. This is what they're learning, that this is the way we're going to be treated. So make no mistake that all of the students benefit from having Black teachers, and Black children have the additional benefit of seeing themselves represented in positions of leadership and to learn from someone who isn't just visiting their culture, if they even make that attempt. So still, white teachers aren't going anywhere, which means that Black students need for white teachers to stop being racist as much as they need new, effective Black teachers. Whiteness can no longer be a hall pass. This story was produced by the Hechinger Report, a nonprofit independent news organization focused on inequality and innovation in education. With that being said, I'm going to leave this report and this article. This is out from Andre Perry. Thanks for listening.